Thank you so much, spiritual superstars, for understanding. I had to rush out of there to make sure that my babies were okay. So, um, but this is a continuation on the how in manifestation. And so I was telling you that I had been offered another assignment, um, same company, in a different kind of setting. So no longer was I in the dark room, but I was in an assembly line. I had never done that before. And when I was offered it, I felt like, yeah, why not? It felt right. Okay, so remember, your feeling is what's collapsing time. When you feel it in your heart and soul, you know that the universe has brought that assignment because it's in alignment with what you're manifesting. Okay? It's not something you have to fight. It will be something that you totally are like, okay, oh my gosh, this is a blessing. I can't say for sure, but I feel like it's a blessing. It's that kind of thing. Okay? So you cannot expect to know 100% on your human level. You will never get human confirmation when you are manifesting until it has already come into being, all right, as a check off. And then you can show your human, hey, this is why we are doing this. And so once I accepted the assignment and moved on to this other location, guess what? I had to leave way earlier and get home way later. And um, my biological father lived in the area. So I was away from the abusive relationship a whole lot, a lot longer. I had never even considered that. So I was able to focus on me even more. Okay? So I was moving into alignment, collapsing time, and one day, and this all happened like within a matter of weeks. One day, I heard Spirit say, go to lunch. And I'm like, if I go to lunch, I might not make it back. So I never left. I would be doing my lunch, either walking through my lunch or just sitting down somewhere. And Spirit was like, leave. And I'm like, okay, where do I go? Well, I heard some people talking about this burger joint. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go check it out. I want me a good burger. So I leave and I'm focused on that. I'm about to enjoy this burger. It's going to be great. I'm walking to my car and I hear my name being called. And I stop because I know that voice. And I'm like, no. So I keep going. I hear my name called again. I turn around and spiritual superstars is my first love. It's the love of my life running towards me. And I felt like my legs, my feet had glued to the pavement. I froze and I just stared at him running towards me. I couldn't believe it. And he grabbed me so hard and we just hugged for what seemed like forever. And what did it feel like? It literally felt like what I had imagined, what I had fantasized about, what I had always daydreamed, what I would go to sleep feeling. I felt that same love. And he was like, you work here? I'm like, he was like, I've never seen you here. He's like, I've been here several times. He's like, my mother works in the building. I'm like, what? Like, I never knew that. Like, we come through the same door. He's like, yeah, you see how the universe aligns you? I'm like, no way. What department? We worked in the same doggone department. Never knew it. I would be so A to B, A to B, A to B. Just focused on me, doing what I'm supposed to do. He's like, yeah. He was like, so where are you going? I'm like, lunch. He was like, can I take you to lunch? I'm like, what is happening? I couldn't stop staring at him. I just could not believe it. And yet I could believe it because I knew God talked to me all the time like that. And so when you are manifesting, the how truly looks like you have already started living that life. Okay. And I think I hear, hey Vivian, hey Miss Aurora, hey everybody. Okay, so Vernice, okay, so the reason why I had to stop the first video and come in, and this is the second part, is because Mama Vernice is the cat that showed up at our doorstep by another stray in the community that I used to take care of. So we live somewhere else. But I've always done the rescue and release. So I will spay and neuter the community cats, the feral cats, and rescue and release, right? Still feed them and all of that. And so the one stray, uh, he had already been fixed, and he'd go out sometimes and come in, and and he showed up like his normal self, and I go to the door and I'm like, Miso, and he wasn't there, and I'm like, I know I just heard him. Look around the corner of the house, and there he is, big eyes, looking like a cartoon eyes, right? I mean, looking just like bashful. And right beside him is a pregnant female. It's tiny. And that is Mama Vernice. So she was big pregnant. I knew they weren't his kids, but he was being that kind of a cool guy, good friend, and brought her to me within a matter of maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe if it was 3 weeks, she had her kids in my bed. First time I had ever, the only time I had ever helped a animal give birth, but she gave birth to 5 beautiful little kittens, and she during COVID. At the same time, my mama, we found out, had a stage 4 lung cancer suddenly out of nowhere, and it seemed like within a month she was gone. Same year, all of this happened with Bernice, and we were able to get 2 of her kittens adopted out, and 3 of her kittens were not. And so Bernice, her 3 babies, and my daughter's cat, Aunt Sharon, who helped Bernice's kids because Bernice was about them streets still. So Aunt Sharon, my daughter's cat, who was an orange tabby, just automatically came into her name. Now, she was already on Sharon, and then the kids came, and she literally became Aunt Sharon, and was, if she could have nursed them babies, she would have. She cleaned those babies. She still cleans them, and they grown. She still cleans them, and so, and then we ended up getting, before all of that, ended up getting a cat from Lifeline that I had never seen anything like her and I couldn't leave her in there. And her name is Marcella, Mercy. So she doesn't meow. She goes like this. That's it. You get that. You get a, and that's all you get. And she's, she purrs and all of that, and she runs around here like she's a kitten. But she is Queen Mercy, and so yeah, we have a house full of fur that we constantly clean, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I'm telling you, it's a trip. It's a trip. And so, and then Prince, Prince jumped in my truck last year, and he's been with us ever since. He had a chip, but he was abused, and he's a German Shepherd. He's a German. This is what ChatGPT said. He is a German Shepherd Elk Hound mix. He's huge. And if you know anything about German Shepherds, they shed like water comes out of a faucet. They shed. So um, that's just the way it's our life. It's our life. And yeah, they make us happy. They certainly make me happy. And so Miss Vernice goes outside sometimes. She's got her little collar and her name on it. And um, she had a set of pearls that I'm going to buy her a new set of pearls. And we take care of another cat who was a kitten. I don't know why I'm telling y'all all this, but you know, take care of a feral cat that's out there. And I used to see him as a kitten, and he got neutered. I don't know, it's been a few weeks now, and he's put on some weight. And so Miss Bernice will go out there and hang out with him for a little while, you know, be his adopted mama. And he's got a little house out there because, you know, I had to make sure he had a little house. But there's other cats in the neighborhood, and I think that was that. So they got into a little altercation, I think, and I don't know if I heard Mama Vernice or the other girl that comes around here, but you know, if they come, we feed them. So you know, try our best to take care of the babies. You know, but yeah. So when you are manifesting, no matter what it is, you're gonna challenge your human, and that's why it's so important that you breathe in deeply till you can't breathe anymore, and your human can't think of anything else except to breathe. But you're not going to give your human that prana, that life force, until you say. Because when you are manifesting, your human is going to say, well, I don't want to leave to go to lunch. But you're going to tell your human, God told us to leave to go to lunch. We're going to lunch. But what if we late? That's what your human is saying, because your human is bound by third dimensional rules and structure, right? And so that's what my human said. My human was like, if we leave to go to lunch, we come back late, we're getting docked, and we like our money, okay? And plus, I was people pleaser. I was like, oh, living my life for everybody else. And I was like, no. I know God's voice. I know how God talks to me. And I'm not disobeying God. Hang that up. We going. And you going to like it because it's a cheeseburger. I was heavy on cheeseburgers back in the day. And so my human was like, okay, well, yeah, I do want some Bill Grays, and okay. All right, well, okay, we go. Let's hurry up, though, so we're not late. That is the talk that I'm having with my human as I'm walking out the door, of the job, walking to my car. And so you've got to challenge your human. Your human has to do what you say to do, right? All right, so let's say that you're manifesting money. Same steps. How much money are you manifesting? The universe, the God in you, spirit, is going to show you each thing to do. Are you going to dismiss it, or are you going to do it? And you're going to do it because you're programming your human, and your human must do what you say. You control the subconscious mind, okay? That thing runs on autopilot, and it's only been conditioned to do what she's doing. She's only been taught to fear life. She's only been taught that she doesn't deserve. She's only been taught that this thing that you keep seeing, you keep fantasizing about, you keep, I want to open up a go-kart park. For example, I want to open up a skating park. I love doing it. I love it. I would love to own it and watch the kids come, watch families come, watch adults come. We have adult night, and all of that. And then there's that voice inside of you that says, yeah, but what about that uncle that told you you wouldn't amount to nothing? What about when you went to juvenile detention and nobody came because they all gave up on you? You don't got no support. Who you think you are to even want to do something like that? You don't have any money. You don't even know anybody that's in business. Like, who are you? At that very moment, when all that negative energy, that subconscious, that broken record that has been fed into your human for all those years by people that you know in your heart and soul should be supporting you, yet they're ripping out your heart with all the doubt and the naysaying, right? At that very moment, you're going to go to the Chamber of Commerce, and you'll be like, huh? What even is the Chamber of Commerce? Are you going to dismiss it, or are you going to look it up? Because now in your mind's eye, you're seeing something. You could see something downtown, a building. You could see a vision of somebody telling you about their business. You could see somebody behind a glass at a counter. In your mind's eye, your spiritual sight is active at all times. You can clog it up. It becomes cloudy and blurry, if it's calcified. But you can decalcify your pineal gland. And you can unblock your spiritual sight so that you can see accurately and clearly. How do you think that when I give you readings, how do you think I'm so accurate? How do you think I listen to my own spiritual guidance? And so these things, I don't just tell you, I'm doing it. So if it's money, Spirit's going to show you, okay, this is what I want you to do to open up that park. You need your business license, you need your LLC, or you need to take a business course, because I'm going to need you to know about your money. I need you to know about debit, credit, at the very least. I need you to know about bookkeeping, because you're capable. Even though no one ever told you that you were capable of your own bookkeeping, you're capable, because they're not in alignment with where you're going. So they're part of your building blocks. You are stepping on those experiences from your past in order to manifest that which you so desire. So the how is, okay, when you wake up, Divine Source, please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. And boom, you see an image of a face. You know that face. It's your friend. Haven't talked to her in a while. Mm, why do I need to call her? I wonder why she just showed up like that. No wonder. There's no, you received, honey. Don't, what is it? Don't look a gift horse in the face, in the mouth. Honey, then you ask God to show you and God showed you just like that. And so your human is going to say, that was just something. It's nothing. I'm not going to pay attention to it. Oh, but human, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And so I need you to call, like right now. Like right now. All right, so this is a text message. Hey, girl, I'm texting you. I know it's like 7 in the morning, but let me tell you something. And I pray to God that this does not wake you up. You just came across my soul, and I felt like God was like, call. Now, let me tell you, I have been thinking about opening my own business, and I heard something about the Chamber of Commerce or something like that, and I don't know nothing about it. Like, I'm gonna look into it and I'm gonna do my due diligence. I don't want you to think I'm not. But you just came to me, and so I'm like wondering, what comes to you when I tell you all of this? Like, is there something that I'm missing? And before you know it, she's calling you. Girl, are you kidding me? I just got hired at the Chamber of Commerce. They got everything you need. Yes. Okay, when we going to lunch? Because we gotta talk. Oh my gosh, when you get off work, come down here. I'm gonna stay late. I know who I'm gonna talk to. Cause they gonna be here by the time you get here. You're gonna talk to them. We're gonna get you started. And you're gonna be looking at the phone like, just thank God. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. You're just gonna thank God. Right? Because you got it like that. Because you are that powerful and you are that favored. And then you are that highly blessed. You really are. And it happens just like that. And so you are going to challenge your human to not be lazy, to not ignore, not sabotage, and you're going to be moving differently. You can't be around the same people. They don't understand your journey. So the how is painful, but the how is blessed. The how feels right. The how is a challenge. The how is hustle mode. But the how is exactly what you need. Is the how always rough and tough? No. But is the how challenging? Yes. So it's going to depend. It depends on you and your experiences, your self development. Where are you in your self development? Where are you in your conviction towards what you're manifesting? Mistake that I used to make a lot was, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna think of me? What are they gonna think? Screw what they think. Nobody don't care. You have to care absolutely less. Zero. Okay, you cannot give a rat's. You can't. Why would you care so much more about what somebody thinks of you than you focused on your desired outcome? This is the life that you're manifesting. Who cares what they think? Because the only people that you're going to be in alignment with, once you are convicted, are those that will support you. They're going to support you mind, body, soul, spirit, because they get it. So when you hear other people say you've got to be in connection with other people that are going where you're going, that are already where you're going, because they will support you, they will root you on, they want you in their energy because they know God is blessing you, then God is blessing them. They know that they're being blessed, then absolutely they want to give back because it's better to give than to receive. And so they know that once they do that, the universe is going to give to them anyway. So they have a growth mindset. These people that you leaving in your past have a fixed mindset. And if they jump on board, it'll be in their own life, not yours. So let them be comfortable. Let them be complacent. Let them live their life. Let them show you, not tell you, that they can't come with you, that they don't want to come with you, that they don't support you because they cannot. They do not know how to support their own dreams. They don't know how to live their own dreams. How in the world can you expect them to support yours if they can't support their own dream? So it goes back to focus on you. Focus on you. When you receive that spiritual guidance, it's going to be strong. It's going to be strong. It is going to be loud and clear. When Spirit told me, I don't care what doctors told you. And if you get another doggone seventh opinion at this point, you know, I'm going to give you a spanking myself. That's what I felt like God was telling me because I had got like seven opinions. Talking about second, third, fourth. No, I got like seven opinions after I was told I would never have, don't try to get pregnant because you will die and so will your baby. What? I was born to be a mama and they're supposed to call me mama. Like I knew that for years before the doctors told me that. Okay, so what part of whose life is that? That's not my life. I don't know who you're talking about. But I had to get to that point of that ain't my life. When they told me, I felt like my life stopped. So I had to go get a second opinion. Same thing. Third, fourth, fifth, the same thing. Six, seven, same thing. God was like, you go on and get another one, see what happens. See what I do. I was like, dang. Like, but God, I want to have a baby. I want my baby. I want to be a mama. I have so much love to give. And I want the pregnancy. I want to feel pregnant. I want the whole 9 yards. I want to have a big tummy. I want the stretch marks. I want to go in labor. I want delivery. I want to get food delivered to me in the hospital room while my baby is in the nursery. Back in the day, you know, they took your baby and then brought the baby back in, and I guess they still do that now. But yeah, I wanted the whole 9 yard baby shower. I want everything. I want to feel my baby inside me, everything. Spirit was like, well, I got you. Okay, I got you. The how for me was focus on you, Nikki. Focus on you. You already pregnant. So I would be holding my tummy. You any kind of movement. I don't care if it was gas. I don't care if it was gas, cramps, any feeling. Oh, that's my baby. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Rubbing my stomach. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, I was pregnant. I was pregnant. And if I was feeling a little off, I had to go home and lay down because I was pregnant. I need to take care of my baby. Now, in third dimensional time, I was not pregnant and I was like looking crazy. And so, did I care? Absolutely not. I could care absolutely less. I stopped talking to a lot of people. My family was like, I think you need to listen to the doctors. I think you need to mind your own business. How about that? And I don't think I asked for your opinion. How about that? There wasn't no thank you, but I think that I'm going to, I think you need to mind your own business. you know? Period. So now y'all are getting the long end of the spoon too. Not talking to anybody that is not in alignment with my manifested outcome because I was convicted. It's not convinced because now you don't convince somebody else, care less about what they have to say. Puh, the audacity. Dismiss them. You can still love them from a distance, but they don't get access to you. And you must be selfish. That's healthy selfishness. Remember, you're not going to avoid disappointing people. Be okay with that. Haven't you been disappointed enough? What's the difference? And you really, literally have to be that detached. People are going to say, you know what people said to me? That I am shrewd, that I am cold, that I am, what's another one? You don't have to be so rude. And why are you, and what was the other one? I was being silly. I was being irresponsible. Um, it was a lot of stuff. Just did not hear, just go to voicemail. Just did not pick up the phone, didn't answer the door. And you know what I was doing in my own time? Getting my nails done, going to get facials, massages, because I'm a very girly girl and that's what I love to do. And so that's what I was doing. Okay? Had my massage therapist come into my home. And honey, talk about pampering. Absolutely. Absolutely. My diet changed. So I was used to be really sweet. I'm still a sweets person, but then I realized, wait a minute. Okay, so I am gonna be eating healthier because my baby has to. So I gotta be healthy for my baby. And so I was doing smoothies a lot. Started doing them at home. Oh man, I mean like everything. I was taking myself to eat Thai food a lot, and just because that's what I love Thai. And it was awesome. And so when I was in my own space, I was in my own time and I was in my own timeline. And so the how is detaching, ignoring, and being okay, unapologetically convicted in your desired outcome and not sharing it with everybody. Very few people that I share it with. Very, very few. Okay? I would pray. Yes. I would meditate. Yes. Would I cry? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I would always wrap it up. It's like a round robin. You go through those stages in the quiet of your space, and that's why isolation is your best friend when you're manifesting. It's going to get lonely, and then you have to walk into that loneliness and embrace it because that's how God speaks to you in the quiet. And so when I would cry, and I was still bugging because I had been diagnosed with lupus and rheumatoid arthritis and all this other stuff. And I was like, there's still a percentage of me that wants to go back to that mindset of doubt. And so in those moments of bugging, like bugging out, like, is this really gonna happen? Like, do I need to start listening to them? Spirit always sent me something the way that I could receive it. And so the universe is always going to send you something as your spiritual guidance, but you have to be so tuned in to what you're convicted about, that you don't miss it. And so um, there's this one day that I was driving. I got to the light, and this is when always the same commercial would come up, and it was foster care commercial. And I was like, I don't want to be no foster mama. I want my own babies, and I want to be pregnant, and I want to feel I want the whole 9 yards. And so people were like, you need to just adopt. You can do foster care. And I'm like, you can mind your own business. I mean, literally, that was my whole attitude. And I didn't care if they were trying to be nice or not. I know some people were trying to be nice about it. They didn't know any better. They didn't, but you only know what you need. And unapologetically about it. Literally, care less. Let people pick up their feelings because you're picking up your own. Okay? And what you're manifesting, you care more about that than impressing anybody. They will be okay. So I get to that light and I would hear that commercial and I was like, you know, that one day I had just had a whole fit, crying fit in the car. And because seeing anybody with babies, I would be overcome. I would be in love with that moment, watching and observing. And then it would hit me hard. I want my baby. Universe, you're not sending it fast enough. God, what's going on? Is it going to happen? You said this, you said that. Crying fit in the car. The commercial comes on the radio, and Spirit was like, get off. I keep telling you, get certified. Get off of, don't go on the expressway. Turn. So I'm like, okay. I turn. I'm, holding up traffic because I'm not in the lane to be turning where Spirit's telling me to turn, but I'm going to be obedient because I know what I just heard. And God just said, get off the expressway and turn this way and go get certified. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. Okay, all right, okay. So I'm thank you. You know how you do the thank you because you know you're doing something that pissing everybody else off in their cars. And I get off and I go over there and I'm trying to look up where the place is. And on the radio it was my number. It was my number. It was one of my numbers, like 357 or something like that. It was one of my numbers. And so I knew Spirit was like, do what I'm telling you to do. And so I get off and I'm trying to look it up on my phone. And Spiritual Superstars, it says it's like point right here. It's like point one. You're here. And I'm like, where? Because I don't see any sign or anything that says foster care. I'm like, this isn't it. And so my human's like, we're holding up traffic, we're doing all this stuff. This is out of the ordinary. This is not normal. There's no reason to this. This is illogical. What are we doing? And I'm like, human, just calm down. Spirit told us to do this. This is what we're doing, and we're right here. So cars are blowing, everything. So my human, I give over to my human. My human's like, well, just turn around. Let's just figure this out. So then I go and I'm looking at it and it's going further away. And I'm like, we were right there. So I make a U-turn, go back, and I look and I turn in. Now I jump in to the driver's seat. So this is what you're doing with your human. Remember, you are the soul within your human. And I jump back in, and my human's like, and I'm like, you listening to me now, because I'm convicted. And I'm be a mama because I am a mama already. And so listen, what I say goes. So I pull into this driveway and I keep going, keep going, keep going. This little itty bitty sign that says foster care certification. This little itty bitty sign. You cannot see it unless you pull all the way up to where you can go and then go to the door. And it's on the door. It's like a little, when I tell you it's little itty bitty, no other signage, nothing posted, nothing. And this is state, state of Georgia foster care. So I knock on the door and I'm like, is this the right door for place for foster care for certification? And she's like, yeah, it is. But we're on our way out. Can you come back in the morning? I can give you some information. And I'm like, oh, okay, okay. And she's like, yeah, we have a new class starting on Saturday. And it was like Wednesday. And I'm like, Saturday? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, what do I need? She was like, you don't need anything. It's free. You just show up. And I'm like, word? Okay, I'll be there. I'll see you Saturday. So that's what I did. And so, mind you, I'm in massage therapy school. I'm taking my finals too. And then, so then I'm doing that, right? And I told you, if I felt any kind of pain, any weirdness, I'm pregnant. I'm looking at my tummy in the mirror. It might look flat to these eyes, but to this eye, I'm seeing myself grow. I mean, I am rubbing my tummy, I'm smiling, I'm dancing with my baby in my tummy, everything. So, of course, I stopped drinking anything. Okay, it was smoothies, it was that much more water. It was, oh, I mean, I was carrying my baby. Okay, pregnant woman here, and felt like the most beautiful person in the world. Okay, and so time went by, and I learned so much. Learned so much. I learned that I never knew the hospitals. I never knew the route. Should anything have happened, I had forgotten how to, hadn't changed a diaper in like forever. And what do I do when the baby has a temperature? What's the protocol? I mean, I didn't know none of that stuff. Like I raised my niece, thank God she was of a certain age before she came with me. But when I was raising her at home, I was pretty much she was my baby, but my mama was there, so she knew all that. So I knew some things, but honey, through foster care, I learned so much. CPR, I learned so much. Predators and all of that. Not, it was just a lot. And how to vet doctors, pediatricians, um, everything. What babies do go through, what the foster care system is really like, all of it. So I ended up taking my massage therapy exam and my foster care exam the same day. And spiritual superstars, I told you I'm a sweetsaholic. Well, they had whipped cream cupcakes at the foster care place. That was my first exam. And honey, when I saw those whipped cream cupcakes, I was like, dang, can I have two? And they were like, yeah. So I got two. And I sat down and no, I didn't have to take the exam. We had a certification at the foster care. And I couldn't eat those cupcakes. I felt sick, for real sick. And I was like, I can't. I'm going to take them home. So can I just leave now? She was like, oh, it's just a celebration. Got my certificate. And I remember going to take my massage therapy exam. Now, that was an exam, and I think it was like a couple hours. How about I was so sick that I could not sit for the exam? I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so sick I can't even sit here. I don't know. But either I'm going to be exempt or I'm going to have to come back and just take it. So, um, I was pregnant. I was pregnant. And I went to the doctor to, now, mind you, I'm already pregnant in my manifested state, right? Go to the doctor. I'm like, something is wrong. Like, I don't know what this is, but I'm so sick. Like, I can't even sit up. I cannot keep any food down. I don't understand. I've never felt like this. Something's wrong. I was scared a little bit. The nurse came out there and was like, come here. I was like, come here. Like, she was angry with me. And they got me in the back room, all of them. Why didn't you tell us you were pregnant? And I was like, what? I would tell you if I was pregnant, because they all knew what I was manifesting. They were like, they took the thing, the little stick, and was like, and I was looked at it and I'm like, what's that? What does it mean? And they were like, you're pregnant. And I was like, no, I'm not. I would tell you if I was pregnant. And they were like, we're telling you that you're pregnant. I was so oblivious. Spiritual superstars, when I tell you, when you are already pregnant and you already living that life, you like, I would tell you if, what are you talking about? Like, I know what I feel, and I know what I'm not, and I know what I am. I know my body. And they were like, we can't stand you. It was the biggest celebration ever. And I mean, they danced, they cried, we all celebrated. It was incredible. And so, of course, I was high risk pregnancy from the start. So, from that day, I wasn't working. And it was awesome. It was awesome. It was scary. It was awesome. But I manifested that, and you can too. So you're going to make some changes. You're going to challenge your human. The how is going to come to you, and you've got to challenge your human on this is what we're doing. Okay? We are not doing it the old way. Human, you have believed society, you have believed other people. They have that has kept you stuck, that has kept you unhappy, that has kept you broke, that has kept you in poverty, that has kept you in this cycle that you desperately are trying to seek a way out of. And so, um, tell you this last thing, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. And I really want you to ask any questions that you have, and I will come back and I will answer these questions, okay? Um, Plus, we're having a live at what time is it tomorrow? Tomorrow is Sunday, 6 o'clock tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I'm going to give you the Zoom link, and you all are going to pop on there, and we are just going to talk about spiritual guidance, spirituality, manifesting, chronic illnesses, leadership, whatever you want to talk about that we handle at Anré'V Consultants, okay? So, um, I was manifesting, scaling my business, and everything was going great. And somebody introduced me to someone else who is a podcaster, and they know their stuff. I knew nothing about podcasting and didn't know how I could make money doing it. and they were exchanging coaching. I was coaching her for her helping me upload and get the podcast going, and keeping it organized and everything. All I had to do was create. The first thing she said was, okay, so you know it's off camera, and you're gonna do it this how for this duration, this length of time, and you can wear whatever you want. And I'm like, okay. She was like, you dress like that, like I had on a dress like this, like a dress, and my jewelry and everything, and because it makes me feel good. You know, I'm really girly, and I love it. It makes me feel really elegant. Makes me feel beautiful, right? Inside and out. And so she's like, you don't have to dress like that. Like I just put on t-shirt and just throw something on, and because no one's gonna see you. And I thought, okay, mistake. That wasn't my energy. Wasn't my energy. And so be careful. Be careful that when the tests come, that you pass, because you always focus on your feeling. So when she said that, I felt like, oh, okay. I mean, if I'm going to work out, I can do that. Or if I'm cleaning up around the house or something, working in the garden, then, okay, I could put that on and I'm just whatever. But when I'm on camera or when I'm working and when I'm coaching and I'm doing business, then I like to be in a certain, this is my uniform. It's how I like feel good. And I stopped it, and it was a mistake. And my business started to plummet as a result. And when I say it was because of that, it was because I fell out of the feeling of in which I was manifesting. And once I felt out, I separated from the feeling. I attached to her agenda, her feelings. Remember, energy is fluid. Energy, there's a cause and there's an effect. Energy has polar opposites. Energy has to transform, transfer, and transcend, right? So once I took my focus off of me, what else is coming at me? So my attention went to the strongest focus for my business at the time, since I took my focus off of my business, right? And so that was a big mistake, huge mistake. And then, so I really want you to always know to stay convicted. And when you feel like you're losing focus, talk to God. Do the work that we're doing in our 21 Manifestation Breakthrough Program. These are these are the steps that I used. These are the steps that I researched. And I'm an avid researcher. These are the steps that um, people that have manifested way more than me have taken as well. And um, if you're in business, maybe your next step is to take out a loan, a business loan. So then maybe that is getting your business credit together. And then maybe that is getting a business credit card, or starting your lines of trade lines, which are lines of credit. So your journey is different, right, from somebody else's. That's why it's so important for you to always be tuned in to what Spirit is telling you specifically, and be so convicted and what you're manifesting, that you keep your eye on that prize, because there's always going to be the disco ball. There's always the shiny object. People are going to always tell you something that sounds really good, but is it in alignment with what you are manifesting? And that was not in alignment, and it seemed like something so minor, but I wasn't dressing the part of where I was going. Okay, I was dressing the part. For me, I was dressing the part of going to the gym, of not being in business, of cleaning up around my home, okay, of just whatever. And that is what started manifesting in my business. And so I had to really look at things and just be like, Nikki, what is wrong? Like, what happened? And through meditation and through reflection, always reflect. I've had so many coaching clients that have told me that reflection that I make them do, they've never done it before. That's first off. And second off is they get so much out of it. And I know they get a lot out of it because we go through it. But it's a game changer. And that's why I tell you, you reflect for 15 minutes tops and move on from it. Okay? Just like meditating, you know? Um, give your human a break. I know Joe, what's his name? Dispenza, uh, said that he used to have to meditate for like 2 hours to just get on track and to get his, get it together so he could focus on it and get the monkey mind together. All your stressors and things hanging out there and the ethers come in while you're meditating. Think about everything in this third dimension when you shouldn't be, right? Because you just want to be focused on being nothing. You don't have to be responsible for anybody. You don't have to be anybody's person, nothing. And so I remember one of my clients saying a coach told him to manifest for 2 hours. And I'm like, 2 hours? Can you do that? And he's like, it's hard. Like, I don't even have time for anything else. He was seeing his family. I'm like, dang, I know you're not. You're manifesting for 2 hours. So take what people say and take what you can and spit out the rest, okay? Spit out the rest. Focus on what you're manifesting. Don't stress out your human to the point of your human just being like, I'm not doing this no more. I am not. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. It's too hard. And all of that, okay? So that was all I wanted to share with you. Any questions that you have at all, put them in the comment section. Um, I think we're on day 7. We might be going on to day 8 now. But they're being uploaded and um, they're automatically uploaded to YouTube. So you will see it. I want you to, if you're starting now, go right on back to day 1. Do not shortchange yourself. If your human is used to procrastinating, or if your human is used to taking a program and just disregarding it, honey, don't do that to mine. Don't you do that to my program, because I don't want you to waste your time. If you're not going to give it your all, don't even take any day. Don't look at any of my program. Tell your human, nope, if we're not going to take it seriously, we're not going to look at it at all. If you're willing to commit to your own self-development and manifest the life that you truly want, then do the work. And I want you to ask yourself tonight, before you even look at any of those videos on that playlist, is the 21 days of manifestation breakthrough, okay? Ask yourself if you are sick and tired of living the way you are, or you're sick and tired of giving up. But I want you to get really real with yourself. Ask your human, are we done? Are we done with this? Like, ask yourself that, and then ask why. You have to get real with yourself in order to change. And the steps that you go through in my program are very realistic, very practical. But I'm going to challenge you. And so I need you to do the work. I tried to create this as similar as I could as if we were doing a one-on-one coaching session. And so I'm not your girl. I am not mama. I'm not auntie. I'm not your cousin. None of that. In this program, I am your coach. I am your confidant. And I want to see you succeed. I want to see you win. Because there's no reason you can't manifest absolutely whatever it is in your heart and soul. Okay? No reason at all. No reason at all. So ask yourself that. Once you have decided we're ready, then get your butt on day one and go all the way through. You will only see me on day 9 and then the start of week 3. Every other one you will hear me, but you will not see me, because this is your life. You are not to be distracted by watching me. You have to go within. It has to be that way in order for you to challenge your human. You are going to wrestle with your human. I could tell you that right now. And you have got to be willing to do it. Let me say this too. Anybody that has children, you got a family, use them. Be okay telling them no. If you got kids that you're used to being able to pay for whatever it is, or you're compensating, overcompensating, being a single parent, I understand you. And let me tell you, you're going to be saying no, because you're manifesting whatever it is you're manifesting. And Spirit is going to be showing you what to do. And so you're going to disappoint your kids in that way, that it's just going to be oh man, I really wanted to go to Six Flags. Oh, why can't we go to Chick-fil-A? Because my money is better spent elsewhere right now. Instead of, because I'm broke, I ain't got no money. Because we don't got no Chick-fil-A money. You know, and that's what our parents just saying. We ain't got no McDonald's money. They need to be like, dang, everybody else got McDonald's. You know, why can't we have McDonald's? You're going to say, because my money is spent on something else. That's not the way I choose to spend my money. I choose to spend my money elsewhere. I choose to do something else with my money. I choose to use my money in other ways. And so you are reaffirming that money coming in, and that is being responsible. So you're creating that energy of responsibility, accountability, stewardship to your own money that you are calling in, right? Your home, chores. If you're manifesting a new home, you know, what do they have to do? It's summertime. Are they in school? Are they working? How are they taking care of your home, right? How are they serving that blessing of a home? Okay? And what are you doing? to lead, right? You are going to behave differently. Spirit's going to be telling you what you need to do with your credit, how to make more money. So when those opportunities come, you're going to tap into that. And then you're going to need their help. So they have a job to do too. But if you're trying to spend money on Chick-fil-A and all this other stuff, um, that's the old you. The new you is spending time loving on your babies. They loving on you. You dancing. You playing the oldies but goodies. Your kids singing a song better than you, and you like, how do you even know that song? You know. And then you're cooking together. You having movie night. You know, because you're manifesting. You know, so it's a family affair, and so that is the how. That's the how. That's how you're still grateful. That's how you can go to sleep with a smile on your face. That's how you use theta brainwaves correctly. That's how you hypnotize your human, your subconscious mind into waking up, feeling like you live in that $250,000 home that you're manifesting because you feel so beautiful inside and out. Because you feel it and you know it. You know your energy is changing. And so your kids have a job to do now. They're keeping that apartment clean. You know, that is your home. And you're telling your kids what kind of home you want, what kind of, how your room look. Let's think about that. You know how to daydream. Daydreaming is real. So you're teaching your kids how to be kids again while you relearn how to be a kid yourself. And guess what? Your kids are going to teach you how to do it. You know, say you don't have any kids. Well, now you need to go on and be a kid again. Go do something that's going to bring out the kid in you. What is it? Eating cotton candy? What is it? Going for a bike ride? Going fishing? Going roller skating? What is it? Going to the amusement park? What is it? Going to walk in the mall? What is it going to be? Go and get an ice cream cone? Go to the park? What is it? Going to the shelter? Volunteering your time? What is it? So get that joy back into your heart and soul. That's a part of the how. You hear my spoiled one? That's Priscilla. She is up like this on me. She is like that. And I love it. I love it. Y'all have seen her before. That's the furry one. And that is Mama Bernice's eldest. I know, Priscilla. So I know it. I'm gonna open the door for you. And okay. So keep on manifesting, and spiritual superstars, I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. I'm coming, honey. And you bring your questions. All right. Happy manifesting. I love y'all.